welcome to Diary of a Wannabe Comedian with me, Belle, a wannabe comedian. It's an absolute scorcher today, hence I've got the aircon on, so I can't turn it off. It's just too hot. I would melt by the time I'd finished this podcast. So what to say? I mean, I don't know where to begin. The UK is falling apart, and I can't even say anything because I honestly don't know what would be legal and what wouldn't be. I am very concerned that, well, we've never had freedom of speech, really. I think I've probably referenced it, but we've never had freedom of speech in the UK. We have freedom of expression, which is a very different thing. It can include speech, but as we're finding out, it probably doesn't. Anyway, let's talk about something fun first before I talk about that. I went to the cinema. I say fun. I went to the cinema and I saw two movies. I saw It Ends With Us and I also saw Trap. I went to see Trap with my friend Alexander and he enjoyed it. I didn't. I was very much, that's 2 hours of my life I'm not going to get back. I found it particularly weird that the protagonist seemed to have dentistry halfway through the film despite not actually having gone anywhere. So he started off, I used to be a dental nurse, let's just throw that in there, so I probably noticed things that perhaps other people don't. But he started off with what looked like temporary crowns, or there was certainly his front two teeth, for whatever reason, had been joined together with quite a bad filling. By the end of the film, he'd got two brand new crowns, he'd got a bridge which covered his two front teeth. So, and it looked very nice. It was fine by the end, but I just found that really weird. But I don't think your average person is going to notice that. But if you do, let me know. So that was that. It Ends With Us. That was okay. My mind was on other stuff. I've been really decluttering because I'm going to have a new floor fitted throughout my flat. And that means getting rid of loads of stuff. And honestly, I didn't think I had that much. But it's crazy how much stuff I've got. So I was in the movie and I wasn't that engaged with it because I was too busy thinking about, right, I can get rid of this, I can move this here, I can do that. So there you are, had other priorities on my mind. It wasn't bad though, it was okay. Now back to the UK. Where do I start? I tell you what, will anybody adopt me? I'm asking now, anybody in the US, because I'm too old to be learning a new language, so it's got to be English speaking. So anybody in the US that would like to adopt me, a slightly used comedian, not much good for anything else, but willing to do the washing up. How about that? There you go, I'm quite good at washing up. Actually, I make some good pasta too. I make good pasta sauces, so I can do that. But yeah, anybody that would like to adopt me, just let me know, because I'm there. I'm kind of done with what's going on in the UK at the moment. It's horrific. It's absolutely horrific. It's just... We've got a new government, as you may or may not know. We've got Keir Starmer, who's been in for a month. And he obviously has a copy of 1984 and believing it's a manual to be followed. That's all I can really say. It's just crackers. I watch a guy called the Black Belt Barrister because, as you know, I'm quite into legal stuff and the law and the like, and he's very interesting. And there's a guy who's an American guy who's actually I should back up, shouldn't I? So all our leaders, various leaders, seem to be having a go at Elon Musk for what? I'm not really sure. Elon Musk put out a tweet and they're accusing him of all sorts, and it's just complete rubbish, absolute rubbish. And an American lawyer called, let me find his name, called Bryan Reo, who's in Ohio. I've been to Ohio. I went to Columbus, Ohio. But yeah, Bryan Reo is in the US, in Ohio, and he wrote to the Black Belt Barrister to explain the law slightly better, you know, around the First Amendment. And in my opinion, there's a reason that First Amendment is first. It's because it's so key. I think if you don't have that, you don't have any other right, really, do you? Everything comes from freedom of speech. Anyway, it's a fascinating watch, and I will put the link in the notes of this show if you want to go and listen to it. But hey, Brian, if you're listening, will you adopt me? Much love and gratitude.